My first mentor was when I went to Anco, as it was back then, which is now Sulis. One of the instructors was a guy called Larry Hingerton. And Larry was one of these guys, when he cut hair, it was like as if he was conducting an orchestra. He would you could hear the scissors clicking and the comb. He had just this real fluid way of cutting hair. And I used to sit there watching him and think, God, if I could cut like him. And he was just so into his precision cutting. He used to do the most impeccable scissors over comb. I think he was my first mentor and the first guy that I kind of looked at and said, God, I can't wait to cut hair. My proudest moment as a trainee, I'll never forget, was, when we come out of our training and we think we can conquer the world. Well, when you're handed that first job, the stylist comes in and says, Angie, there's a cut out there, go on, get your ass out and get doing it. And I kind of thought, I can't do this, Margaret. She said, you can do it, go on, out you go. So I went out, I introduced myself, put the cape round her. It was only a dry cut. And she had short hair. I went out, I said, how are you? I think her name was Mary. Then I seized. Tongue was stuck to the roof of my mouth. I think the sweat was running down my back. I couldn't talk to her. I was moving around doing this haircut. I had her cut and finished, shouldered the back, but couldn't speak. And she said, yeah, I love it. I said, thanks. That was it. My proudest moment as a trainee. I think looking back, and I definitely feel the people who inspired me more was Sassoons. I absolutely used to love the precision cutting. And I think, back then, I used to always think, I'm going to save up and I'm going to do some of these courses over in the Academy in Mayfair. And I eventually did get to do them, and for years I went over, probably 7 or 8 years in a row, I went over every January, February, and got to work with all the different people over there. And the last one I did was the Masters one, which was working with Mark Hayes, Edward Darling, Bruce. And I just think, listening to those guys and watching them and the way everything came together was so inspirational that I just loved it. The hair used to stand in the back of my neck watching these guys cutting. And it still does. I can still sit and watch someone cut hair really, really well. I had a few very good memories as a stylist. I suppose, initially when I started competing, I went to Northern Ireland and I won the IHF All Ireland Ladies Championship, or title. I was competing with the Irish team back then too, and I would have won silver and bronze in Athens. And we won numerous business awards over the years too, which has been really, really good, because it's the other side of hairdressing. It's all about cutting hair. It's how you run your business as well, and I think that's very important. And I even think today, to be up here kind of getting this award as the Hall of Leaders, I've come to this for years and over the years, and I said one day, and I was even saying to my own wife, Deirdre last year, I said, God, someday I'd love to be up there getting one of those awards. So today is a great day for me. I'm delighted. I suppose what we found at the moment is we're really trying to regenerate Adelaide Street, a street that we work in. We've purchased some of the buildings around us, and what we're trying to do is give it a complete new facelift. Our plans is to extend our own salon, introduce some extra services, open a small academy, and hopefully have a couple of shop units in the street as well that we'll be able to rent out to, whether it's beauty, cafe, whatever. But unfortunately, in Ireland there seems to be so much red tape, so much bureaucracy. Everything is about time, it's about weeks, and unfortunately sometimes there's very little vision with some of these planners and things like that, and it's coming together, and we've eventually got planning, but it's slow, and I do find that very challenging. For a salon to be successful, personally I just think that, whether it's from our assistants working on the basins that are starting off, to our junior stylists, senior stylists, our receptionists, our managers, our background team, I just think, I have to say, every single one of them has an input into what we do and how we succeed. And I think if everyone knows what they're meant to do, and they do, it makes everything run real well. At that, everyone has to have one good person as always behind you. And I suppose my own wife, Deirdre, to me is the backbone of our business as well. Because, when you go home in the evening, you've had a bad day, you want to talk about something, it's great to have someone that will kind of give you that sort of really truthful answer. Straight from the heart, straight for the head. We have to think business as well as thinking emotionally. And I thank her for that, and everyone on my team. Personally now working with Alpha Parf and the next generation team, There's a bunch of people on that who are extremely creative too, and having worked with them and seeing what they're doing, you know, we all take stuff from each other, and to me that's what inspires me. It's my mum and dad who have passed away, and I've one sister. And of course there's Deirdre, we have the dog, and I've loads of cousins and loads of great friends, you know, and they're very important to me because, you know what, even with all the relations I have, we keep up such a close bond with each other. My wife Deirdre, you know, she's always there. She has put up with a lot over the years. She has sacrificed a lot, you know. She kind of had a career herself and she gave it up to kind of come working for us in Salon too. And what she does so well, you know. She really has a great attitude. Both of us love this industry. We love hairdressing, you know. She's the same. She got a big award last year and she was so thrilled with that. And she so well deserved it. And I think, you know, I couldn't do this without her. And, you know, thanks, wifey.